Hello, Miss.
Good morning.
Morning, Miss. You are so lucky you have a cat. Thank you. You have a dog in Dubai.
Miss Fatin, what do you want to do today?
Miss, am I late?
No, we
No.
did not
She
start.
just started the Zoom.
Miss, I have
Yes.
a mammal. Miss, I have
Hi,
a mammal.
It's a cute cat.
Miss Fatin, what we want to do today? We want to
We're gonna talk about
Talk about the ants. The
Are you
head,
ready?
the thorax, and the
برافو
Gonna
عباس.
correct the quiz.
برافو عباس. برافو سلمى.
Miss, look.
How cute.
Yeah, you have a dog that's right in your camera picture.
Miss, when
Okay,
you
I'll count till 5.
show them the
5,
picture. Is
please.
that you in the picture in the video
Yes. I'll count till
where you
5.
were like seeing
Please.
the ants?
Mute yourselves. When I call your name, you can participate. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, Miss.
Hi. And 5, we will start this session by correcting the quiz. Our last quiz was talking about mammals. يلا سلمى طيبة. So Salma
Okay.
Tiba, this question talks about Tasmanian devils. Tasmanian devil mothers are pregnant for about 21 days. The mother gives birth and carries her young, called joeys, in her pouch for about 4 months. Are Tasmanian devils marsupials or monotremes? Determine the answer.
Marsupials.
Why?
They're marsupials.
Okay.
They're marsupials because they have a pouch. Because they said they have a pouch.
Okay, excellent. Tasmanian
Because
devils.
they said these.
Tasmanian devils are marsupials because the mothers have pouches to carry their joeys. So, but look, excellent, ya Salma, thank you so much. So Tasmanian devils are marsupials because the mothers have pouches to carry their babies. Guys, when I ask you to determine an answer, you have to tell me why. So it's necessary to write because the mothers have pouches. Okay, you have to tell me why. When the question is determine, you have to tell me why. Yalla Bella.
Teacher, I took 10/10 in the quiz. I mean 5/5.
Excellent. Yalla ya Bella. Another group of mammals, ya Bella. So we talked about marsupials, which are mammals with pouches. Now we'll talk about monotremes. Monotremes are one of the three main groups of living mammals. The only monotremes that are alive today are
The echidna,
the echidna and
the platypus,
and the platypus. Perfect. The only monotremes found on Earth now are the echidna and the platypus. Thank you so much, ya Bella. Hassan Zalghut. Hassan Zalghut. Tasmanian
Yes.
devils and bilbies.
Yes.
Which group do these two animals belong to? Which group of mammals do these animals belong to? Both of them. If anyone knows the answer, please help me and Hassan. Bilbies and Tasmanian devil. Which
I
group?
know it.
Can I?
I know it.
Yes.
I know.
Marsupials.
Marsupials.
They are both
Marsupials.
marsupials. Bravo. They are both marsupials. Excellent job.
I did it correct.
Bilbies and Tasmanian devils are marsupials. Can you give me two other examples of marsupials? What are two other examples of
Wombat and
koalas.
Wombat and
koala,
koala. Kangaroo and koala. Wombat.
numbats,
No.
wombats,
Yes, not wombat.
And kangaroos.
kangaroos, opossums.
Miss, what is the mammoth? Mammoth?
Yes, opossum.
So, all of these animals, the animals
today.
these animals are marsupials. So listen to me. Marsupials are mammals with pouches. Monotremes are mammals that lay eggs. Let's talk about the third type of mammals. And in this case, we're going to compare two different animals, penguins and red deer. Ali Safiya Din and Ali Burji. Ali Safiya Din and Ali Burji. Let's do this. What do penguins and red deer have in common? What should I put in the
Your voice is low from the internet.
type? Okay, do the question. You don't need my voice.
They're both warm-blooded.
Okay, excellent. Both are warm-blooded.
Both can live on a cold
Yes, Ali Burji, thank you. Both are vertebrates. Right. Let me remind you of something. Jamia, listen to me. Listen to me carefully.
The penguin have parrots and the red deer is
Okay, wait a second.
Vivaparous.
Just wait a second, ya Ali. Writing that they live in cold places, they change their skin, they eat, I don't know, they eat berries. I don't care for these information. These information are not correct. You must put in this Venn diagram the information that we took in class. So if you write that penguins live in cold place and red lives in cold place, this is not true. I will not consider it as a correct answer. Okay, you have to talk about the temperature of their bodies.
Miss, can I say something?
I'll give you more than one. Miss. The red deer is vivaparous. The king penguin is oviparous.
That's right.
I'll give you
Penguins are
more than one.
oviparous.
And
Yeah,
red deers
Safiya
are
Din.
viviparous, right?
It's Safiya Din's turn and Burji, please. So penguins are oviparous. Deer are viviparous. What else? What else?
Teacher, I know. I give you more than one in the exam.
Penguins have a beak.
There's
Feathers and red deer have fur.
Bravo. Penguins have feathers.
Yes, penguins.
Penguins have
Teacher, can I
feathers.
tell you one?
Penguins have feathers. Why?
And
Deer have fur.
red deer have fur. Red deer have fur. Teacher, can I give you one?
Yes, Zahra.
Like let's
Penguins are birds.
promise
Bravo. Penguins are birds, but deer are
And deer are mammals.
mammals. Thank you so much. So that's it. We're done talking about mammals. Now we're gonna do an activity together. Mammals is one of the vertebrates group. Mammals is one of the vertebrates group. And you know that there are 5 groups of vertebrates.
Yes, miss.
5 groups of vertebrates.
Yes, miss.
Don't talk. Don't talk.
Miss what?
Fish, amphibians,
I watched.
reptiles, birds, and mammals. Now, I will put the animal. I will put the animal. You have to tell the group. And don't say anything else.
Yes, miss.
What's the group?
Okay.
What's the group?
Okay.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, go. A snake.
Reptiles.
Reptiles.
A penguin. Elephant.
Placental mammals.
Placental mammal. Bravo. Dog.
Placental mammals.
Placental mammal. Crocodile.
Reptile.
Lizard. Reptile. Lizards are reptiles. This cute thing. Go. Placental mammal. Frog. Panda.
Amphibians.
That's my favorite mammal. Miss.
Parrot.
Miss, I like I have like this in my house. Like the fish.
Thank you. Yalla, I will count till 5.
Fish.
At 5, you
Fish.
can all be. Please mute yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, and
Yes, miss.
no, sorry, by mistake,
Okay.
and 5. Look at these beautiful animals. Worms, crab, cockroaches, snails, sea stars, and shrimps. Salma Abdullah.
Yes.
Which vertebrates group do these animals belong to? Fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, or mammals?
Miss, I didn't hear you repeat.
Which vertebrates group do these animals belong to? Are they birds? Are they fish, amphibians, reptiles, or mammals?
Yes. They're not vertebrates.
They are not vertebrates at all. We cannot put them in the fish group, nor in the birds, reptiles, amphibians, wala mammals group. They are invertebrates. They do not have a backbone. Invertebrates have also groups like mollusks, insects, worms, sponges. Today's lesson is about one invertebrate group, which is the insects. Look, here is an ant. An ant is classified as an insect because it has a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. The body of an insect is divided into 3 parts. The body of an insect is divided into 3 parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. All insects have 6 legs, and these legs are connected to their thorax. They are attached to the thorax. Insects also have 2 antennae on their head. So they have 2 antennae, and the antenna's job is to smell and to find food. So insects use their antennae to smell and to find food. Insects have no bones. So what protects them? They are protected by an
Exoskeleton.
exoskeleton. Bravo. It's the exoskeleton.
Miss, I watched.
So if you have,
We
if you
can
try
we can
to
tell
smash,
we can tell it doesn't have a skull.
if you try to smash an insect, you will hear a low voice, crack voice. جماعة please mute, 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 mute. If you try to smash an ant, you will hear the exoskeleton breaking down. The exoskeleton is a hard shell that protects the insect's body. Come in. Some insects have wings, like the dragonfly, the bee, the mosquito, but not all of them. So these insects have 2 to 4 wings. Okay. Insects have a special kind of eyes called compound eyes. Compound eyes. يلا. Before let's revise. Before I move on, let's revise. Insect's body is made of 3 parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. They have 6 legs connected to the thorax. They have 2 antennae. Sometimes they have wings. Some insects have wings. And they have compound eyes. They are protected with an exoskeleton. طيب. Let me ask you. When you grow bigger, do your clothes grow with you, or you will need new ones?
You will need a new one.
You will need new ones. So insects also, their exoskeleton do not grow. They need to make a new one. Yes. They change.
They rip if
Yes, they rip it.
the ant when it grows. If it's too big for its
We call this molting. What's molting? It's when the ant sheds. It's when an ant sheds its exoskeleton to grow a new one. So insects shed many times during their life cycles. Okay? Again, the exoskeleton protecting the insects' bodies do not grow. Okay? It doesn't grow. So insects shed it, molt it, molting or shedding. Yani they need a new exoskeleton, so they shed the old one and they make a new one. Insects are oviparous animals. Big ones, adults, lay eggs. Then larvae, small insects like worms, go out of the eggs. These larvae grow into pupa, and the pupa into adult. Egg, larva, pupa, adult. This is the life cycle of an insect. Yalla, say them with me. Egg, larva,
Yes, miss.
pupa, adult. Egg, larva, Two. I'll count down.
larva,
Very muted. 1,
larva,
2,
larva,
Three.
egg,
4,
pupa, adult.
4.5. Mute. 4.5. And okay, thank you. Yalla ya Noor. Noor, what are the 4 stages of life of an insect? Can you say them without looking?
Teacher, I don't hear you.
What are the 4 stages of life of an insect? Yalla, Maryam, Ghadir, Noor, and Rida. What are the 4 stages of life of an insect?
Egg, larva, pupas, and adult.
Perfect. Bravo, Maryam. Maryam, you can mute yourself. Yalla, Ghadir, Noor, and Rida. What are the 4 stages of life of an insect?
Egg, larva, pupa, adult.
Bravo. Egg, larva, pupa, adult. You can mute yourself again now. We'll go for a revision
I have
about
2
the
questions.
insects. Yeah. Ladybugs are insects too. Why do we consider them as insects? Look, it's because their bodies are divided into 3 parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. They have 6 legs connected to their thorax. They have 2 antennae on their head to smell and to find food. They do not have a skeleton, but they have an exoskeleton protecting them. They have compound eyes. And they are oviparous. Ladybugs. Ladybugs lay eggs, then a larva goes out of the egg, the larva grows into a pupa, the pupa grows into an adult. Okay? Insects are also cold-blooded animals. Yeah, we'll go for an exercise right now, a question. يلا يا فضل. يلا يا فضل. Is Fodder with me?
Yes.
I want to say something.
Yes يا علي.
Yes, miss.
شوفوا الكاميرات
Are insects cold-blooded or like that?
Yes, they are cold-blooded.
Teacher?
Okay.
Yes, Rare.
Okay. The butterfly, before it became an egg, first it's a before becoming a butterfly.
خلاص حطيلي جوب نعمل here.
يا علي صالح.
Miss?
Yes, يا Rev. I didn't hear your question.
The butterfly before it be a butterfly, it's first a worm.
It's a caterpillar. It's called a larva and not a worm. You know now that this is not a worm.
Miss?
It's called a larva. يلا فضل.
Okay, I have another question.
Okay, what is it?
Let's Fadl first.
Okay, يلا يا فضل.
Yes, miss.
Okay, just a second.
Miss? Miss?
Yes?
Before this live, my mom was showing me pictures of ants, like how they do their house, like where they live, where the queen actually is. So they're
Great.
so neat.
Yes, they are so organized.
so
يلا,
mean
we'll
and
talk about
smart.
them in a while. Thank you, يا تالا. يلا يا فضل, what do we call this? Which part of the insect's body is this?
The head, the face.
Bravo, Fadula. This is the head. Perfect. يلا بيان. Bayan, what do we call the second part of the insect's body?
Miss, can I tell you something?
Yalla Bayan.
This is in the worksheet.
We have no worksheets. Yalla Bayan.
Oh, okay. That so
So, Mia, can you help me and help Bayan? Which part is this?
It's strong.
So, what is it called? Ghadir?
Thorax.
Thorax. Bravo ya Ghadir. This is the thorax. It's called the thorax. Yalla Abbas. What do we call the last part of the insect's body? Abdomen. Thank you so much. It's the abdomen. So the insect's body is made of 3 parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. Yalla Tala. Tala, what are these?
Yes.
What are these?
Yes. This is wings.
Thank you. Talia Hmaidan. Yalla ya Talia.
Yes, miss. Yes,
Talia, what is
miss.
this?
Oh, this is a leg.
It's a leg. Insects have 6 legs connected to their thorax. I cannot check the chat. Yalla ya. Joel. Is Joel here? What is this, ya Joel?
yes. Where?
Up. We still have one.
Is
On the head.
is this a wing? I
No,
think.
it's on the head. What's on the head of an insect?
I missed its name, but I think this is the thing that they find food with.
That's right. Ibrahim, can you help me and Joel?
Right.
They're saying that this part helps an insect find food and smell. But what is it called? Ibrahim?
Yes, I'm thinking.
Yalla, I will call Zahra.
Can I say the answer?
Joel?
Miss Anthony.
Antenna. No, you cannot say it, ya Abbas. It's your friend's turn. Yes, Zahra Sulaiman?
Antenna.
It's an antenna. Thank you. So please, guys, if it's not your turn, let your friends answer. It's an antenna and it helps an insect to smell and to find food. Yalla, last thing. What about these? What are these?
Eyes.
Eyes. Which kind of eyes do insects have?
Compound eyes.
Compound eyes.
Compound eyes.
Eyes.
Compound eyes.
Compound eyes. Compound eyes, I mean.
Are also protected by an exoskeleton. Okay?
Math.
That's all about insects.
I have some questions.
Yalla ya Reb. We still didn't finish. Yalla ya Reb.
Okay, first, do you know that you have to say for me yes or no, true or false, okay? Do
Okay,
some
again,
snakes
we should leave
like...
it at the end, ya Reb. If it's something about the lesson, we need to continue.
Okay.
If it's a game, maybe at the end. What do you think?
Oh, teacher, do insects smell?
Yes. What do they?
Oh, do they breathe?
Do insects breathe? What do you think? Aren't they living things?
Do you breathe by gills or lungs?
Yalla. Who watched the video and know how insects breathe? I will give you 5 points for this. How do insects breathe? I said this in the video.
Insects
This question is for
breathe
all
by
of
their
you.
antennae.
Insects breathe.
Insects breathe with their antenna.
Yalla ya Rida. No, not by their
Yes,
antenna.
insects breathe with their holes.
Can you give Rida a big clap, please? Can you give Rida a big clap? Bravo ya Rida. Excellent ya Rida, plus 5 bonus points. Insects have holes on the sides of their bodies. They have holes on their bodies and they use them to breathe. I'm super proud of you, Yarida. Thank you.
Teacher, do they use lungs or gills?
What do they use? Tell Rev. Do they use lungs or gills?
Holes.
They use holes.
Holes.
Hole openings. Yani not gills and not lungs. They have holes. They have tiny openings in their bodies to let the oxygen in. Okay? They have holes in their bodies to breathe with.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about a special kind of insects. This is me when I was in Africa and I'm standing in front of an ant colony. Yeah, Mahdi?
You look really familiar.
Miss, can you ask me a question?
Can you ask me?
Can you please mute yourselves? 1,
No.
2, 3,
Miss, may I tell you something?
4, and 5. Insects do not live by themselves. They need a community to live in. They live together. They depend on each other. They help each other like we do. They communicate. They talk with each other. They live in rooms. Before I start talking about this, let me show you a drawing of what a colony looks like from the inside. Look, here is a colony. In a colony, you will find rooms, and each room is ants are very organized, so they have rooms for the food, they have rooms for the eggs, they have rooms for the larvae, they have rooms for the pupae. So they are very organized, they are very clean, and they take care of the colony. In a colony you will find 3 types of insects. The queen. The queen is the biggest, it is the largest ant, and it has wings. The queen flies around to find a handsome male to marry with. When the queen marries the male dies after a short time. The queen gets pregnant. The queen needs to lay the eggs. So it finds a place, it loses the wings, and it starts building its colony and laying eggs. The only job of a queen is to lay eggs. So again, the queen is the biggest ant in the ant colony. In an ant colony, you have, most of the time, there is one queen. It's the biggest ant. It has wings. After it marries with a male, it loses its wings and it spends its whole life laying eggs. And this is the only job of a queen. Here is the drone. The drone is the male, is the prince.
I was gonna say all that.
The drone is the prince. The prince has wings. Its only job is to mate with a queen. It marries the queen, and then it dies after a short time. It has no other job. So boys, we do not need you. You do nothing but marrying the queen. The most important element in an ant colony are the workers. The workers are girls. They are females. They do not have wings. They take care of everything. They clean the colony. They take care of the babies, of the larvae. They take care of the pupa. They take care of the queen. They clean the nest. They build the new rooms. They defend the nest. And they bring food. So they do everything. Okay? Yalla, again. There are 3 types of ants in an
Miss, can
ant
I-
colony.
There's
3 types of ants.
have-
Queen is the biggest ant.
The queen is the biggest ant.
Is the biggest
It's
ant.
only
The
it's
queen
on the only is
يمكن
to lay
20
eggs.
faster لأنه عندي few minutes بعد. The queen is the biggest one. It has wings. It marries with a male, then it loses its wings and it spends its whole life laying the eggs. The drone, the boys, they
It's
have
only
they do nothing but marrying the queen and then they die after a short time. The workers, which are the girls, they do not marry.
they do everything.
So they have no wings. They take care of the nest of the colony. Okay.
And they take care of the pupa and they gather food and they take care of the
They do
queen.
everything.
Right.
But the
And
boys are lazy.
Ants breathe with holes in their bodies and they have 2 stomachs. Why do ants have 2 stomachs? One for them to eat and the second one is to bring food when bringing food to the colony. So they go in a place where there is
Miss, boys are lazy.
they use one stomach for them to eat and they use another stomach to bring food for the colonies. Okay? Last thing,
Okay.
I have 2 minutes. I need to talk about how ants communicate. So ants are insects, so they lay eggs. They are oviparous. Larvae hatch out of the egg. The larva becomes a pupa. Then the pupa will be a worker, a drone, or a queen. Ants live together, so they need to talk with each other. How do ants talk with each other? By touching their antennae against each other. They touch the antennae. So they communicate by touching. Or they communicate by releasing pheromones. Pheromones are like perfume. So wait a bit, Yara. When ants are in danger, they make pheromones like perfumes, and then the other ants smell them and they come to defend the colony. Another example, when ants find food, they release pheromones to tell their friends that there is food right here, and then the other ants smell the pheromones and come to gather food with their friends. That is the lesson. يلا يا ريت وسام have 1 minute يا ريت. Go.
The worker can become a queen.
No, it cannot.
Can we leave?
It doesn't make
Miss, boys are lazy.
cannot marry. It doesn't.
Do queen ants? Can we leave?
Teacher, I have a question for you. You have to say yes or no, true or false.
يلا يا ريت.
Okay, a snake, they like mold their disconnected scales.
Connected scales. Snakes connected.
They mold.
Miss, can I say something?
Yes or no?
What's the question? Snakes have connected scales.
Miss, the queen bees.
Some of them maybe
ants bite?
Why are the boys
Ya Allah, I can't hear
lazy?
Red.
Why are they lazy?
Yes, Red.
Teacher, the snakes have connected scales.
صح. Yes.
Some of them like mold